Hello and welcome. Today I am in Chalong, which is on the island of Phuket in the south of Thailand. And I believe that I'm actually striking off one of my bucket list items by being given the opportunity to review one of my favourite vehicles. It is an iconic US Army Jeep. And I'm fortunate enough to know a friend of mine who owns not one but two. Now, one of these Jeeps is unfortunately being fixed. It's having its brakes done today, but we do have another one that's my friend Peter informs me we can have a look around and possibly be able to go for a little drive around the island in. So I'm really excited, not super excited, but I'm really excited about today. And I think you're really going to enjoy this episode of Motoring. My name is James Alexander, and this episode of Motoring is brought to you by the Farangbowl, Thailand's travel, food, lifestyle and culture channel. Hello and welcome to the Farangbowl. Today I am stood with a good friend of mine, Peter. Peter is the owner of the US Army Jeeps that I was referring to earlier. Peter, can I thank you today for speaking to the Farangbowl?
Sure, no problem.
I've always loved and had a passion for these vehicles from watching like US Army movies or Jeeps running in and out of the deserts or going through jungles, bombs, grenades going off. There's always a sense of nostalgia about these vehicles. Can you tell me what it is about them that you're passionate about and how you actually came about buying one of these? Not one, but two.
Four.
You've got four, right?
I had two in the UK.
Right.
Well, since I was a kid, I've always loved the shape. It's really the design and the historical factor of it. I've always been fascinated by that kind of mechanical engineering.
Is this Army vehicles in general? Or?
No. Oh yes, from the World War II era. I'm not interested in post-war or Korean War or Vietnam War. It's only the World War II. Right. So it's just World War II, which is where this was this actually built for World War II? Or? Yes, it was. This is a very early Jeep. It's technically it's not a Jeep. Technically, it's a truck. It was manufactured before they invented the word Jeep.
Did I offend when I said the word Jeep then? If
No.
I did, I apologise. But...
No. So this is technically, it's a quarter-ton truck. The word Jeep didn't come out in 42. This Jeep was made in December 41.
Right.
It's actually 3,507 from the start of production. They started in November. This was made in December of 41 and delivered on the 11th of December to the American forces. Where it went, I don't know.
Did the Second World War started in 45, didn't it?
39, no, it ended in 45. 39.
There's my history for you. It ended in...
45,
It ended in 45, right.
Yeah, started in 39.
Right.
Well, for the Brits. Yeah.
So how did you come about buying this particular model? I know you've got a 44 as well.
I do have,
and
yeah.
it's got some maintenance being done.
No, I'm just having the brakes worked on today. I get it back in a couple of days' time. Normally I do all the work myself, but I wanted it on the hoist to do the four at the same time.
Right.
So I don't have it with me today.
And that's easy to get this particular type of vehicle
Everything,
serviced here, or?
every part of the vehicles comes from the US or Europe. I want only the original parts or manufactured exactly the same, or like rubberized components to the brakes and stuff you need to have. I bought some master cylinders a few years ago and they've been stored for years and the rubbers perish, so when you try to use them they don't work. So you really have to have some parts of the Jeep, like tyres, brake rubbers and stuff, seals, have to be newly made, otherwise they just won't work. But all the metal parts of the Jeep, I only want the original ones from the war.
Brilliant. And how did you, or where did you buy this? Did you buy it in Thailand or?
Yeah, this one came from Surat Thani and the other one from Chiang Mai. I went searching for quite some time, a couple of years maybe, to find two original ones, which were both probably 60% complete. And
so
then
you sourced the remainder of the parts here from other vehicles that were available here, or did they?
No, there aren't really many, so there are none available. I have to bring everything in from the US or Europe, import it.
Right.
So I go through the manuals, find out exactly the components I need, right down to the little washers and springs and stuff. Then I order them and then I fit them. Today I'm getting a garage to fit the master and slave cylinder rubbers because they're perished. Yeah.
So you bought this how many years ago, did you say?
16 years ago, I think.
16 years ago.
Yeah. I had them both, 16 years.
And the 44, you bought that at the same time?
Same time, around the same time.
Because when I think of these Jeeps, I think of the Korean, well probably not the Korean because you just told me about the dates, but the Vietnam War as well. I mean, were these used in the Vietnam War? As
leftover from World War II, some went to Korea. Right. These are known as the flat fenders because the fenders are flat. Not long after this vehicle, they did the M38, which has the axe and shovel on the other side and has a fuel filler here, larger headlights, modifications to the engine, different engine, I think. But it's post-war. I'm not interested in anything after that. Then they modified them again with the M38A1, which have the curved fenders. They're the ones that you see in the MASH videos and stuff.
So the wings are rounded.
Bigger, all round, bigger vehicle, different type of vehicle.
So are these a lot more desirable because of that then?
Yeah, it depends if you're a historian or not. I am, so they are unique because there are very few left. They are the original ones and they command a higher value, much higher. There are many M38s and there are many M38A1s. They're the ones that you see at the Batong, painted yellow, drive around. They're the modifications.
They can't be these vehicles that have been modified, surely.
They are. Well, this is an MB, standing for military, and the B is a size of the base of the axle width, right? But then they went to the CG as civilian Jeeps. So you get a CG 1, 2, 3, 4, and I think it's a CG 7 or 8, but it's after the war, and I've got no interest in that.
No, and I think anyone who does do that to these Jeeps ought to be caught and shot. Right, well, you were saying that you're passionate about these vehicles. What is it? I mean, you've got 2 of them, you've previously owned 4.
Yeah.
What is it that is the look of it? Is the driving experience as well?
It's the driving.
Mean, these things really must be your thing. You
drive them slowly. They're just nice mechanically. You've got to drive them sympathetically because they can roll over.
Are they a bit unforgiving? You've got to really sort of push them into gear.
Yeah. Well, you have to double the clutch between 1 and 2. It only has 3 gears, so it's more difficult to drive.
3 gears and reverse?
Oh yeah, 3 plus the 1, and then it has high and low and 2 and 4. So it's all you need. It will go anywhere. But these are retired. They're not going off the road anymore.
No, so you literally, I mean, how many times do you get to take these out for a drive? Are you careful
every day.
Of the amount of...
I drive them every day, both of them, yeah.
So you're not concerned about the mileage?
No, I do all the mechanics. So I'm not concerned whatsoever.
It really is a splendid vehicle, and just hearing it run earlier when you pulled it onto the lawn, I just started feeling that excitement.
It's nice to drive it because you can drive it with the windscreen down, as you see, up, the hood up. I've even made these side screens. I made these a few months ago to go on.
Right.
There are many Jeeps.
Oh, so you've got the full canopy that sits on the back as well?
The canopy is under the seat. I have every part of the vehicle.
So this is completely restored then?
Yeah, it's fully, as it would be delivered in December 41, this is exactly how it was delivered with what's fitted to the Jeep now. The side screens, there were many people who made side screens during the war, especially on the Russian front. They made various different designs. So there's no standard for a side screen. So I made these in aluminium. They just clip in. There's no screws, no fixings, no drill holes, nothing. So if it's particularly bad weather here, I can put the side screens on and still go out. But I don't like driving them in the rain because having barred tread tyres, it's like driving a slick.
Right.
So it's not the best vehicle in
Are
there.
you one of those capable sort of mechanical geniuses
Yeah,
where if you can't find a part, you'll just make it?
I have made parts that I can't get, but that was in the UK. Here, you'd need the machines and the lathes and stuff to do it with.
Get the resources.
Yeah.
Well, do you think we're going to be able to take this for a bit of a drive around?
Sure.
I really appreciate that.
Yeah.
Right, let's do that then.
Yeah, I'll get it started.
Yay! Do I need to put on a seatbelt?
There aren't any.
Right, I think there's with certain age vehicles you don't have to, do you?
Doesn't have any seat belts, no.
Right,
Or indicators.
good to go.
Sure, ready?
Well, this really is a bit of an experience, isn't it?
Yeah.
I can't begin to share with you how cool this feels. I'm in Thailand, in Southeast Asia. And I'm in a Jeep. Actually, they're not called Jeeps, are they? What would you refer
Well,
to?
it's referred to as a Jeep, but
We call it a Jeep. I've been forgiven. So what's the sort of top speed that you can do in this car then?
I've had this 65 miles an hour, and I wouldn't really want to do that again.
No.
It's just a bit too non-directional for that.
Right. Can you rely on the speedo in this as well?
Not really. It is miles an hour, not kilometres. But not really. Approximation of it.
Right. Right, so what size engine has it got?
It's a 134 cubic inch, which is about 2,000 cc, I suppose. It's 61 brake horsepower.
61 brake horsepower?
Yeah. Not really a lot, but it's the torque you need.
Yeah, I was going to say. Yeah,
It's got tremendous torque and it's very low gear. I'm currently in high gear, two-wheel drive. There's a totally different sound to the Jeep if I was to put it into low gear.
So I've noticed you've got 3 gear sticks down here. There's
Yeah.
one here and then one there.
You've got 3, which are your normal forward and reverse gears, and you've got high and low and 2 and 4.
So you leave that in forward.
That's your normal gear.
Right.
Then you've got high and low, and then you've got 2 and 4.
Brilliant. So you've got two gears and then 4 gears, or second gear and 4
So
gears.
two-wheel and four-wheel drive.
Ah, 2-wheel and 4-wheel drive, of course. I don't know why, but I always imagined 4-wheel drive being something that was invented a bit more recently than...
No, this is the first military vehicle to have it, actually, I think, anyway.
Right. 4-wheel drive, something that would be particularly useful if you're stuck in the jungle somewhere, torrential monsoon rain.
Well, with it being so lightweight and relatively powerful, it does have incredibly low gears. So it really is an off-road vehicle. It's the first one.
Have you ever been stuck anywhere in it?
No.
You've always managed to get out.
I don't like taking them off the road anymore. I did a little bit of it, but
No.
I don't like it. It's too expensive to
Right.
fix.
And I bet it can be a bit of a pain to clean as well, can't it?
I don't wash it, I only oil it.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, you get water on it, but you don't put any soap.
No, I don't use water at all. Just use an oily rag.
I'm just going to share with you the route that we're taking. We're actually on the Big Buddha Road in Chalong, which goes all the way up to the Big Buddha, funny enough, which is one of the largest Buddha statues, I believe, probably in Thailand. Anyway, that's arguably. And so I'm just going to let you have a little look at the route as we drive up the hill. Are we going up to the top, or?
We can go to a bar.
It's a bit early for bar tour.
Much better idea.
Now, there's parts of me that just imagine how many soldiers would have experienced what we're experiencing now. Just either doing routine jobs or being sent off or being deployed somewhere. And I'd like to take this opportunity actually to thank and salute any families or soldiers that have either fought in the war or lost anyone in the wars, either side. Respect.
I'm sure your soldiers would like to pull into a bar then, wouldn't they?
Right, hold on a second, bear with me. Right, well, I'd like to thank you a lot on behalf of the Farangbowl today for allowing me to come out and have a great experience driving around in this truck and just sharing your experiences and just letting us know how you got her and or how you bought the both of them and what they mean to you.
Thank you very much indeed.
Now, before we go anywhere, I am aware that you are a builder and you rent several properties here on the island.
Yeah.
And you've got a villa that's not far from here, next door. And is it all right for you to let us have a look around at that?
Sure. Yeah.
So we're going to go and have a little tour of one of Peter's villas. And if any of you are interested in the villa, then I'll put a link in the subscription box or in the description box so you can have a look at that in a bit more detail. But right, let's go and have a look at that. Oh, they're really impressive. I like that.
The sleeping arrangements to the left.
Lovely. Well, that's where the girlfriend can go. Villa Nap Dau.
That means counting stars, right?
Counting stars?
Yeah. It's an open villa, so it's starlight stuff. Open to the stars.
That's the concept behind it.
Got to call it something.
Indeed you have.
Do you want that? If you got that or not?
It's done, yeah. I'm recording now, so if we just open and just have a little walk through.
It's opening now.
Now that is what I call a quiet electric gate. And this is the driveway, so everything from the gate onwards, this is all what you get when you rent the property.
Yeah, there's one tenant.
When you first showed this to me the other day, I must say I was particularly blown away. Because this actually looks, it's nothing short of a mansion really. And how many beds is it?
10.
10 bedrooms. And you've got these, the 2 bedrooms as well that come with it?
Yeah, everything's one unit.
Great, all right, let's have a look. Is this like a gangway or a
It's a
walk
bridge. It's a bridge.
And you're greeted by the Terminator, aren't you? I bet he's got an interesting story behind him.
Yeah.
You've got a swimming pool down there, which without question isn't a bathtub or a pond, that's a proper pool. Now, what was the concept behind this upper level here? Because this looks like a nightclub to me.
With it having many bedrooms, there's a lot of people stay. It's set for 20, 24 people. So that's 3 or 4 families together or a corporate event. And they all gather on the top floor and chill out here. So you need a large common
entertainment area. Right. Which you can sleep 10 people, I'm assuming that also allows for
20,
their partners.
24.
Right.
20, 24 people, yeah.
20, 20. And are these all sort of working lights as well on the ceiling?
Yeah, so in the evening it's well lit.
Great.
Yeah.
And this is like a mini bar as well?
It's a sofa, so the cushions are in the other bedroom there, so people like to have the photographs taken, sitting around here, having their beers, overlooking the garden.
And you've got all the cushions, haven't you?
The cushions are in there. Because we don't, if it's not rented, then the sun deteriorates the cushions.
So you've got another spare room in there as well, haven't you?
That's a bedroom. And there's the cushions.
There are the cushions. It's a good sized room.
Yeah.
Great, and a lovely bathtub I can see in there. So this is almost like a separate, what do you call it? Like a separate room.
Yes, every bedroom is en suite.
Right.
This one has its own side terrace as well.
Lovely.
This villa comes with staff, or we're going to do chef, do breakfast, lunch, or we can do full dinners with your own private chef.
Great. So you get the full service when you rent this place. It's completely maintained with
Yes.
service staff, and you've got your own cooks.
Yep.
And you can watch TV out here as well.
Yeah, it's for the YouTube videos and things when they're having various parties or karaoke.
So tell me, Peter, have you had any crazy guests renting this place out that have caused you any trouble? Or
Yeah.
do we not want to go there on the Farangbowl? Or we'll just leave it at that. A smile tells a
We
thousand
have
words.
lovely guests.
Is it just the 2 floors, is it?
3.
3 floors. Oh, excuse me, camera. Great. This is another kind of lounge communal area. It's a great view. I love what you've done. I never thought I'd hear myself say that. I love what you've done with the garden.
Yeah.
No, I like
It's taken 6 years to cut that so it doesn't collapse when it rains. It's absolutely set forever, and there's no walls there. That's just pure soil work.
It's all natural boundaries.
Yeah.
Great view of the pool as well. Right, brilliant.
This is a bedroom here.
This is a particularly impressive room, isn't it? I mean, they're all done to a top standard. So I think when you said that this could actually accommodate 10 people but 20 with partners, I think it can do that comfortably, can't it?
It's regularly rented to 20, 24 people.
This is another one of the twin rooms. And this is the second twin room, or the third twin room, right? Well, that's all we've got time for today. I would like to take this opportunity to thank Peter for giving me the incredible privilege and ability to be able to drive around Southeast Asia in Thailand with him in his US Army Jeep 1941. I thoroughly enjoyed myself. I think you can tell by my excitement that I've had a good time, and I hope you have too in experiencing that with me. If you've enjoyed watching this program, please do subscribe and hit the like checkbox. There is also the bell icon if you would be interested in being notified the moment that we upload content. Most of the videos will be uploaded Saturday at 9 in the morning Thai time. Also, if you would like to inquire about Villa Nap Dau, which is one of Peter's villas that we've filmed a bit of, but I've also put some links to other promotional videos in the description box here for you to have a look at, then please do that. And you can contact him and book if you are interested. Well, that's it. This episode of Motoring has been brought to you by the Farangbowl. My name is James Alexander. Thank you for watching.